And welcome back to Blackphoenix Entertainment. This is going to be a very interesting one, and I'm glad you guys have showed up for this one. Those of you that know me know that I've been doing a ton of research on the Spyder's performance, engine tuning, all that stuff. Basically, what can we get out of these machines? And the part that makes me sad is most people don't want that. Most of these people are just content going, 30 miles an hour down the highway, granny shifting, not double clutching when they should.
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
Basically. Me, on the other hand, I am very interested in these machines, and I really want to see what we can get out of it. In my research, and I've kind of broadened my search outside of the box at this point because there's really nothing else out there for reference. Aprilia. I have learned that BRP has also shared these motors with Aprilia. And on top of that, I've narrowed it down to a certain type of engine in a certain machine for a certain amount of years. So let's get into that. So now you're asking yourself, what motor are you talking about specifically? The one that's in this Spyder, the Rotax 998, which Aprilia calls the Rotax v990. That motor is identical to the motor here that's in my Spyder, my 2013 Can-Am Spyder RS right now. That alone is amazing. So that opens up some opportunities there. The other thing I found out are there are different versions of this motor, one of which that Aprilia has named the V990RR, I believe. 143 horsepower motor. Oh my God, that would be amazing. For reference, this Spyder right here, stock from the factory from Can-Am, makes 106. That is a pretty significant difference for being the same motor. So, where do we go from here? What I need to find out, and what I need help from all of you out there, what is the difference? Is it just tuning? And it could be. That could be part of it, because from what I found out too, Can-Am has significantly detuned these 998 motors. Now, is it also internals? Maybe. But now, what type of internals? Is it pistons? Is it cams? Is it heads? Is it valves, flow? Different things like that. It could be anything like that. I also have to dig into that. And something very interesting that I found one post on the Spyder forums on is some random guy did something. I think it had to do with an intake and exhaust or something like that. And then he said he did an Aprilia tune on his Spyder and tweaked it. So from what he said, he took a base Aprilia tune for whatever bike or model, he didn't get into that, tweaked it just a little bit so it would work on the Spyder, and he said it was amazing. But the problem is, only one post, and it was years ago, and it died after that. So this is what I mean. When you try to find stuff for these machines on a performance level, it's near impossible. Now, something else that I was concerned about too is the transmission. What I found out is the transmission in these Spyders, even if you have a manual or the semi-automatic, is the same. The only thing that changes is the clutch mechanism and how you engage, the clutch and the gears. So, you got the push button, you got a bunch of hydraulics and stuff like that basically shift the gear for you. If you have a manual, obviously you're manually hitting the clutch and hitting your foot to manually move the gears up and down. So that's not an issue. Transmissions are not an issue, which is good. That's good news. All right, so we got all that research and stuff out of the way. What I need from you, my subscribers, my flock, and anyone watching this, I need help with research and information on these Aprilia motors. Because what would be absolutely amazing, and I am willing to put the money in to do this, to see if it works. Does that 143 horsepower motor bolt in stock to the Spyder? Obviously, we'd have to tune it. Obviously, there might be some tweaks and stuff like that. But that's what I want to find out. I want to find out, can I take that motor, bolt up the transmission, have, electronics and all that stuff work, and then we're good to go. Can you imagine that? You guys who ride the Aprilias and stuff, I know a couple of guys that have them. They're quick bikes. They're very, very well-made quick bikes. I would absolutely love to be able to do that swap and be like, yeah, I got a 143 horsepower Spyder. What do you think of that? Bitches! Okay, so let's back up just a little bit. If the full engine swap will work or ends up being, you know, just way too much where it's just not worth it. What about the internals? What makes that motor different internally than this stock Can-Am 998 motor? Because if it's just a case of just rebuilding a Can-Am Spyder motor with Aprilia parts, I'm all for that too. And in fact, that might actually be easier than doing a full swap. But, you know, we'll see. So there's all that. And then the next thing is tuning. Yes, I have a Power Commander 5, which might work. That might be enough to just kind of tune and tweak it and all of that. There's minimal people that tune the actual ECU for Spyders. And also, I don't think they would do the custom tuning that I would need if I were to do a swap like that. So, if there's a shop out there that's willing to do that and help me out, like an Aprilia shop or someone that's willing to be like, hey, I'm willing to go on this journey with you, I'm all for it. So there we go. There's where my research has taken me, and I appreciate anyone who stuck through this video and may also be interested in taking this journey with me. Again, contact me. All my info's down in the description. You get my email address and stuff like that. Contact me on social media. Let's see if we can make this happen. And I'm going to even do more research as far as I can get, but I'm definitely going to admit I need help. I need someone who's very familiar with Aprilias and those motors and things like that to be able to answer some of the questions that I have in this video. So, all that being said, while you're down in my description, check out and see my discount codes and stuff like that. I got some cool stuff from Lunify that you guys might want to check out. Saying hi to the children. They love this Spyder. And I am super excited. It's almost like a breakthrough for this because, man, just think about that. 143 horsepower Spyder. So, without further ado, I must now bid you adieu. So goodbye and good night.